So how's
Good morning,
you
dude.
excited for yoga? You excited for yoga class?
I am, yeah. So I'm going to yoga class later on, so that's why we have to record, and then I'm going to yoga class. So I was telling you just earlier before recording, a few days ago, I was MMA training, but my shoulder popped out because I have previous injuries already. So
Oh, it wasn't 'cause
now
you
I'm
got
switching
so
to
excited?
yoga, dude. It's like MMA, super tough, yoga, super. Actually, yoga is not.
Yoga
Not
is freaking
untough.
tough, man.
Yeah, yoga
Don't
is
mess
tough.
with yoga, dude.
That's true. David Goggins does yoga. All these Navy SEALs
At
do
the
yoga.
end of it, you'll be able to shoot fire out of your mouth, dude. You'll be able to teleport, and your limbs will extend and stuff like that, dude. Don't mess with yoga. It's
Absolutely. Do you think
straight up-
superheroes do yoga?
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure,
Batman,
man.
does he do yoga?
Oh, 100%, dude.
Yeah, really? The
100%.
warrior pose? I don't know how it
He
goes,
does
but-
bat yoga even. It's like where you're upside down and you go like this. That's the bat yoga pose.
You think Superman and Batman do acro yoga? That's a partner yoga where one has to lift the other person up.
100%, 100%.
that's
Except it's
awesome,
always Superman lifting Batman. Batman's like, I'd like to lift you once. Superman's like, haha.
Have you ever tried yoga?
Yeah, I mean, like, I haven't done it a lot, but I've done, like, some YouTube video stuff and things.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
What about you? Would you recommend it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was there a couple of days ago at this yoga studio to check it out, and I live so close by, I didn't even know. It looks really nice. People were very friendly, but then the yoga teacher did not show up, so it got canceled.
Why?
I don't know.
Was he like?
They didn't explain.
Maybe he had to fight crime. Because I
Yes.
automatically assume all yoga masters are crime fighters on the side.
Dude, but I
So are
honestly
you-
think, like, I don't know, for some reason I was really thinking, if you look at the body types in yoga class, they're all very slim, and I wonder if it's from yoga or is it because they just live very healthy, and that's why they're slim and they happen to go to yoga class. Because all of them are so slim, I was just wondering, like, wow, how can that be? Because yoga is not, I think, the biggest fat burner. So, yeah, I guess it just shows they live a healthy life in general, and then that's why they're
Probably,
slim.
but I mean, wouldn't you say that you have to stay slim in order to do yoga properly, or I don't know? What
mean,
would you say?
probably,
What would you say about that?
Probably. But I mean, just yoga alone, I don't know if that's enough to burn a lot of fat. I really don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Know what I'm saying?
Do you know DDP yoga?
No.
It ain't your mama's yoga.
What?
DDP is this ex-wrestler who was really big in his time. I think early 2000s.
He's a wrestler. I thought it's a type of yoga.
Yeah, so when he retired from wrestling, he started this thing called DDP Yoga. His name is Diamond Dallas Page. He used to come out to this theme song, which was like a ripoff of Smells Like Teen Spirit. So he used to go like, dang, 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 and then he would like go, dang, 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 dang.
What?
Anyways,
Can you explain?
we thought-
Because many are listening.
that,
So they don't.
wait, hold up. So he used to do this pose.
Well, explain audibly. I mean, for people who are not watching, like, they don't know what's going on.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, so the pose is like he puts his hands together with his thumbs
I love how you
extended.
just put your mic down and you're like,
Well, he does a he basically does a pose where he puts his hands together, and then it looks like a triangle.
okay.
You know, because his
Wait, is he
thumbs are extended.
the what? JBL? No, that's another guy, right?
No, it's DDP, Diamond Dallas Page.
Who's
dude.
JBL again? He's like this investor guy.
JBL
right?
was the
cowboy.
yeah, he was like he was legit. He made a lot of money investing.
Uh-huh.
Like, he's a wrestler, but like legitimately he made a lot of money investing, and then they were like, hey, why don't we just make you an investor in wrestling? And he was like, all right. So
Oh,
he became
okay.
an
How did he make money investing?
Before he was like a beer drinking, ass kicking dude who would just whoop people's asses, and he had a tag team partner, and they were called the Acolytes, and they would just mess people up. They would drink beer and play poker and mess people up, and you could hire them. Like as another wrestler, you could hire them to protect you, and and so that's the thing they did. And then they were like, but wait a second, in real life you don't drink beer, and you're like really good at making money, so let's just make that your new thing. And he was like, well, okay. And then he became
because I think he married this really famous financial guru also in real life.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah,
could be.
I'm not really sure right now. Okay. Well,
he's a total dick though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean he used to do weird things, like he would like prank people by going into the shower. New wrestlers, he would go into the shower, and then he would start soaping up their butt.
What?
Yep, he would start soaping up their. So he would try and freak them out, right? Make them think that he was gonna like violate them, just as a prank. It was like a prank. Oh my god,
that's so weird.
Yeah, he did this to like numerous people. And then basically, if you reacted in a weird way, like if you didn't react, then you were cool. But if you reacted, then if you were just like whatever, so he's like,
dude. oh, you're okay with being raped? Okay, then you're cool.
No, like he would not actually go.
Obviously, but still, that's super weird to even prank someone that he's would rape.
You know,
I
Randy
mean, that's
Orton,
such a weird.
You know, Randy Orton.
Jesus Christ.
So like, I'm wondering when this will happen, because this is like confirmed and out there. But Randy Orton, like, let's see, maybe he'll get busted for it. But Randy Orton, you know Randy Orton, right?
Yeah, I actually liked him as a wrestler.
Yeah, he's pretty good. So Randy Orton, he used to go, like, if there was a new writer, he would, like, if they were chilling by themselves in a room, he would like go up to them and he'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" Right? And you know, he's huge, he's imposing and stuff, and they'd be like, "Yeah, hey, how you doing?" And then he would just stand there, and then he would put his hand in his pants, right, and pull out his dick, and then he would start like rubbing his penis, right, and then he would put his penis, and he would just like stare at them, and then he would put his penis back, and then he would extend his hand and like try and shake their hand, right? And of course they'd be like, "What the hell is going on?" And then if they wouldn't shake his hand, he'd be like, "Hey, I'm the champ. You're not gonna shake the hand of the champ, you know?" And he would just be staring them down,
that's
at
so
and that was like a prank.
That's sexual harassment, dude.
And then also check this out. I really feel bad throwing him under the bus, because this happened
like
20 years ago.
Dude, but that's legitimately, I mean, that's super wrong to do. I mean, how can he...
Yeah, but you know what? It happened 20 years ago, and the guy wouldn't do this now. But he did do another thing. He hit on this on a female wrestler, and I guess she wasn't interested. Guess what he did?
The same thing? I don't know.
He went and he took a dump in her gym bag.
Oh man,
he left a Randy Orton in her gym bag, dude.
I mean, that's not sexual harassment though, now, right? I don't think.
Oh,
it is.
that is sexual harassment.
Is that
dude.
Because? I mean,
I
obviously
think so,
something.
Well, yeah, because it's sexual harassment. I think because it relates to the fact.
Oh, right.
Right.
Like
I think so. Yeah. I think it. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely harassment.
Yeah,
right?
That's
100%.
Yeah. Wow, he cannot take rejection well, it seems. Oh my god.
No. He definitely couldn't, dude. He definitely couldn't back in the day. Yeah. So I'm just wondering, because like, you know, people are getting canceled left and right. I'm just wondering if this will ever come up for Randy Orton,
wow.
But you know.
Jesus Christ, dude. I think I've been. Yeah, how do you know this, by the way? So it's so well known.
Everyone knows this.
Oh, wow,
Everyone,
okay.
Yeah, it's like so well known about him. In fact, yeah. Oh wait, but let's go back to the real thing.
Wait, didn't
I was
Freddie
telling you about
Prinze
DDP
Jr.
Yoga.
Freddie Prinze Jr. Didn't he also write for the WWE for a while?
Yeah.
So do you think Randy Orton went up to him also and did that?
It might. And
he's
be
like,
at the
I love
time,
Scooby Doo, man. I really wanted to meet you. Nice.
I don't know. At the time, Randy Orton might have been a little more, you know, because when he did a lot of this stuff, he was very young. He was like 20 and 22 or something.
Okay, well, it still doesn't excuse it, but yeah. Okay, well, he's a great wrestler, but that's fucked up.
Yeah. So anyway, so
Dude, so I was
shall I
thinking,
explain
like,
DDP
well, he
yoga
came
or
out.
no?
What?
Should I explain DDP yoga because that was originally
Oh,
actually.
right. I want to go off in a different tangent right now, but okay.
Okay, go on,
You know.
dude. It's
No, man.
It's freestyle,
Okay,
man. It's
you-
your
okay.
podcast as well,
No,
dude.
I was
Do
just
what you
thinking.
want.
I was just thinking, like, man, that guy cannot take rejection well, and I was just thinking, you know.
He should be more like you, dude.
No, yeah,
You
dude.
love
I was
rejection.
thinking, like. Yeah, I get, quote unquote rejected so often, and I realize how I think the girls always are so amazed by how cool I take it. I'm like, okay, no problem. And I think they're always so I feel like they're kind of impressed by it because I mean, they don't really hurt my feel. Yeah.
Well,
really.
not impressed enough to date you though.
True. That's true.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm
No,
sorry.
no. But it's a good thing, and
damn,
yeah,
dude.
I'll keep
Last
keep
episode of Kimchi Curry.
Yeah. Wow, that guy.
Oh, it is the last.
No. Never, dude.
Right.
Never. Oh, I was chilling. I was chilling after a show. I was chilling with a friend, with a couple of comedian buddies, and then next to me there was Sonny. Sonny, Indian dude, very funny guy, super buff. And then this other girl was like, she had seen my Instagram, and she was like, "Oh, isn't that Ali? You do the podcast together?" They're both laughing, and I said, "No, it's another friend." Dude, people mistake you the whole time, like Tarek. Always like, "Oh, aren't you?"
Yeah. Well, the surprising thing was that the guy who thought Tarek was me was also a brown guy, and I was like, "Come on, dude." Because if it's like a white person, you can be like, you can mess with them a bit, be like, whoa, what? We all look the same, but like if it's a brown
Indian,
guy, you're like, okay.
Yeah. Dude, does that happen to you too? Like you're standing to some random Asian guy, and they're like, "Aren't you? Don't you?"
No, because I only have one Asian friend, dude. I've got like a one Asian policy. Like China has a one child policy. I've got a one Asian policy.
I was just thinking, man, it's so weird. Like, I don't know, is it cultural? Because in the Berlin scene, there's so many Indian comics or South Asian comics, but there are so few East Asian comics, and population-wise, it should be very similar.
I wonder, actually.
Right?
Yeah.
It's so weird, and I think there are even more East Asians than South Asians in Berlin, for example. I think, like, there are tons of Vietnamese people here. Chinese people are everywhere.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's so weird.
Yeah, that's true. It is. It's interesting.
Is
I
it
mean, in terms of what? Go
Because
on.
maybe Indians are more loose. Maybe. Because comedy is a very loose thing. Like, it's not an uptight thing. Is that?
I think honestly, I think though that I think there was like a huge surge of Indian comics after Russell Peters became really big.
Oh yes.
Right?
Yeah, true.
And I don't know, maybe for
Maybe,
East
yeah.
Asians, and I mean the thing is also like, it's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit weird because it's like, East Asian is so much more than just Indian, right? Indian is like, it's like maybe you count maybe Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka as Indian as well, but that's like one.
No,
region,
that's why I
but
say
East
South Asia. Yeah.
Yeah, South Asia, right? So it's like, yeah, I don't know why it is. Maybe they need that one person to like really make it huge.
Could be. I mean, I guess also because thanks to Ali Wong, I think more Asians do comedy as well.
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
Sure.
I mean, now you see a lot more coming up, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
In the US
What's the name of Ali Wong's husband in her show?
Does he have a show?
Because he's also a stand-up, right?
Does she have a show?
Doesn't Ali Wong have this show where
Fresh off the boat? No, that's not her,
yeah.
man. No.
That's not. No, but didn't she write it?
Oh yeah, she wrote on the team. Yeah, she was on the writing team.
Oh, she was just on the writing team.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't think she
like
or she
created
did.
it.
Maybe she did act. I never watched the show, unfortunately.
I thought she created it though. No, okay, maybe not.
I don't
Okay,
think
whatever.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, but
it-
anyways,
no,
but the
no,
guy on the show, you know the guy on the show?
Randall Park, I think.
Yeah, isn't he also a
Yeah, he's a
stand-up
stand-up. I
comedian?
saw a Laugh Factory set of his,
And he's Asian Jim also.
Yeah, he's Asian Jim in The Office. Yeah, and he was also Kim Jong Il in Kim Jong Un. Yeah, Kim
He was
Jong Un
Kim Jong Un. Oh,
in
was
the
he?
interview.
Okay.
The interview. Yeah. Or he has a bunch of movies. Yeah. And then
He's
there's
got a funny
obviously
face.
Ken Jeong.
Ken Jeong, yeah. Dr. Ken.
From the
Who's a legit,
Hangover. Yeah. I thought his stand-up special was pretty funny, but like it doesn't have the best reviews. But I thought it was funny.
He's legit a physician.
Yeah, he's a
He's a doctor.
Yeah, he
and then
seems
he was
really
like,
nice
F
too.
this,
yeah, yeah.
F this, I'm gonna be a comedian.
Dude,
Legend.
Dura too, man.
Yeah, true. Did
Yeah,
you know
he's a
that? Did you know that Dr. Ken and Bobby Lee once had a fist fight?
Really?
Yeah.
Like on scene or in real life?
No, like backstage in some comedy club.
Like what you? I'm the only Korean in the comedy scene, man. And then
They were really mad.
like
yeah,
that?
there was something going. I don't know. But apparently it was really lame. Yeah.
For real?
They
Like
fought.
they fought over what exactly? That they're
They just a bunch of things came together and then they
okay.
didn't like.
Do they get along
just
now?
fought. Yeah. I mean, that's
okay.
why I think they were.
Oh,
on a
that's why they openly
podcast.
talked about it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Man,
Yeah.
Bobby Lee is awesome, man. He's so funny.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, that was a huge... When I was growing up, I watched a lot of Mad TV because that's the only thing... I didn't really watch SNL, Saturday Night Live, until later on because I had access to Mad TV but not SNL.
How did
and
you have
so-
access to it though?
When I was living in Asia, in Japan, we had
They played it.
Fox, I think. We had Fox, yeah. And then
Ah,
Mad
okay.
TV was Fox, and then they showed it. And I remember... I didn't understand everything, just in terms of humor, right? Because it's more adult theme. But I thought it was so funny, and then... When I was a young teenager, I still remember what Mad TV was, and then I started watching it on YouTube. So I remember those skits where Bob Lee was in it, and oh my god, I was dying. I thought it was hilarious. So same with Russell Peters. I think there is this thing like, oh, you see someone who's similar to you and kind of doing it, and then I want to be a comedy writer as well. So Bobby Lee had a huge part in that. And there's this one sketch where he does Korean dramas. Oh my god, have you seen it? It's so
I think
funny.
so. Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Yeah,
one.
it's freaking love Bobby Lee. His
Wait,
stand-up is
maybe
also
it's-
really good.
Yeah, maybe it's true about the whole thing. About,
Maybe.
like if you see someone.
I think because
what
I
I'm
mean I get sometimes I meet like other friends of friends, for example, and they're Asian too, and then like, oh, you do stand-up, that's cool, because you know I feel like, or they already see me on stage and they're like, I thought it was awesome that you went on stage because I never saw another Asian dude doing it, and I think that's awesome. And I thought, oh, cool, but that's odd. Like, I wouldn't, you know. But now I guess it makes sense because I thought the same way about Bobby Lee and
Maybe
also
you
Russell
should change
Peters
your
because
name. You should change your name and like start wearing glasses and become like the Asian.
yeah, with a rice hat as well. You want me to
Yeah,
do
and
that?
then you
Yeah.
can be like.
Hello,
can
you want me to do
Yeah.
that stuff?
Yeah, like really, you can start inspiring the masses. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, and I can only do that if I go extra Asian. You mean?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Do math
and then, like,
on stage.
And then like exactly, and then like in 10 years when you're really big, like someone storms the stage, maybe Joe Rogan, and he's like, "Your name's not really, Hang Low. Your name's Pascal. Show me your driver's license." And you're like, "No, it's a Hang Low. They don't call me Hang Low." And he's like, show us your driver's license. And then you show it, and you're like, "Yeah, but hang low." Pascal, no.
Yeah, I should definitely do that. Yeah,
Oh.
absolutely.
Hang low exposed. Is he really Pascal Hausberger?
Oh, but that your type of Asian
Hang low.
impression-
Have you ever lived in Vietnam? One time I fly through, you know. I go to Austria. We stay transit 2 hours. I eat pho. Of course, I've been.
How come your version of Asian guy can do the L sound? It's not hang row.
What did I say?
Low. Like I mean, I guess
Oh,
the
he
L
has to
sound
say
is
row.
sometimes. It depends on what kind of Asian.
Well, the Vietnamese they
Can
say
say
the
L,
L
right?
like really
Yeah.
they're like low.
Right. I think Cantonese too. Chinese can do the L sound as well. Koreans is more like a No, not but like a It's not
Also
a complete L.
in Indonesia they say the L as well.
L as well.
Yeah.
Japanese is R, more R. Ru.
Yeah.
Pascal is the Japanese version of Pascal.
Oh.
Yeah. Should I do that on stage? It's not Pascal Hausberger, it's Pascal Hausberger. Should I do that?
Pascal.
Pascal. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Yeah,
Nice.
man. Yeah.
So I think we figured
should
out
do
a
that.
path of success for you, man. Screw all these jokes about, oh, I like eating dogs. Hey, my name is Pascal. I like eating dogs. Huh? What are you gonna do about it?
Oh, should I
They
be an
taste
Italian
good.
American Asian guy?
You should be Italian American.
Hey, how
Hey,
you
my
doing?
name
How
is
you doing?
Pascal. Hey.
Where you from? I'm from Korea. There are a lot of dogs in Korea.
You know, in Korea, we don't ask other people how they doing. It's rude.
Are you bullying me? Vinny, man, he'll be the worst heckler, dude. Vinny Vincetti. Jesus Christ, he
Vinny
has to call in again sometime. Vinny
Oh, that's
Vincetti
true,
would be the
right.
worst. Can you imagine? He wouldn't shut the hell up.
What,
You just
don't
keep
you think
going.
Vinny Vincetti should be the Russell Peters, but for the Italian Americans,
Italian-Americans.
right?
Dude, there are enough Italian Americans. There's Sebastian Maniscalco, as you can see here. He's freaking
Oh.
funny.
But he's got nothing on Vinny Vincetti, dude. Or does he?
I don't know. I wonder, like, you know how Koreans or Asians in general, they differentiate between Koreans and Korean Americans, for example, because culturally they're so different. And also Korean Americans also say, I mean, they're Korean, but they're more American, right? They say it themselves. But I feel like Italian Americans are so proud of their origins. They always say, like, they're not Italian American. They're like, I'm Italian. But I wonder if people who actually have the Italian citizenship think of Italian Americans as Italian,
Doubtful. I mean, I don't know.
right? Because it's so different. Like,
Yeah. And I mean, also
Many
don't Irish people? Hey, I'm Irish.
yeah, exactly.
Well-
I mean, Russell Peters does a bit about that, right? Italian Americans and Irish Americans
Oh, does he?
being more
Okay.
being more Italian or Irish than the actual Italians or Irish. Because
I just find it so funny how like in every mafia show or like in many mafia shows, they'll be talking to some guy, and I'm like, oh look, an American guy, and then it's like, you Irish? And they're like, yeah, I'm Irish. And it's like, how can you tell, man? The guy looks American. He just looks like
They've never been to Dublin. Like they have never been there. They just I don't know,
like
man.
somehow Americans can tell when an American is like, when two Americans are talking, at least in these TV shows, when two Americans are talking, the non-Irish American can tell when the other one is Irish American. He'll be like, you Irish American? And the guy's like, yeah, I'm Irish American. Yeah. It's like, okay, but what gave it away? Like the accent, they're talking the same, man. They're both
Right,
speaking
right.
American English, you know?
Did you know
So-
what I want to see more of?
What?
There's so many mafia movies, gangster movies, but there are no real Asian gangster movies. Like,
Dude, oh my God. Oh,
not in the US.
go
I mean,
on. No,
obviously in
go on.
Asia.
No, go
But
on. Go on.
you know what I mean? Like, there's so many, like, Cosa Nostra, which is great. Like, The Godfather is amazing. But what about the
Dude, oh
Triads?
my-
What about the Yakuza? What about... There would be
Dude,
so
dude.
much material there.
Oh my God, dude.
What?
Can I talk or
Yeah.
I'm sorry
Are there
that I keep
Indian
trying-
gangs in the US, by the way? No, not really, right?
I'm sure there are, dude. Like, okay, so I lived in Canada for 2 years, and when I was there, my my cousin used to hang out with these dudes who were super dodgy, and I used to think they were super cool back in the day, but they used to do super dodgy shit.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna go into details, but they used to do something which was like some financial stuff, like involving credit cards and stuff, which was very very questionable. And,
this is what I was thinking. Like, man.
and 10 years later, I found out. 10 years later, I found out one of them went to jail.
Oh.
I mean, like, I don't know about the other ones, what happened to them, but I know that for sure one of them went to jail. And so I don't even know what he went to jail for, but there was some that was some dodgy stuff, and I don't know how like messed up it got, but yeah, there was
that's what I was thinking. Like, Indians in the U.S. or Indians in general, they're too smart, man. They'd only do white collar crime, or like, like they're super. There's so many Indians who are good in bioscience, biotechnology. So they do some gene technology, illegal stuff, or hackers. That's.
Yeah.
By the way, man, honestly, if they were hackers, like, they should just invest in hacking. They could do way more money than breaking in somewhere. Which, I'm not saying.
You could do that.
Gangs do, but I'm just
you could do that, or you could just work for Google and make like 5 to 10K per month. I don't know.
I guess.
Dude,
I was thinking the other day, like,
that's the thing is that crime these days is like the only people who turn or not the only, but a lot of times it's just impatience. Like, if you're a little patient, there's actually no reason for you to turn to crime. Because obviously that's the thing, right? Criminals do have a lot of skills, right? Yeah. Good criminals have good skills, and if they just use it wisely, they would make bank either way. Yeah, exactly.
They don't have to rob.
And and the thing is, like, the 90% of the people who are making bank are just making bank because they were like, oh, let me find a legitimate way to make money.
Yeah.
Rather than
man.
Anyways, but wait, I wanted to.
Oh wait, I also want to go into a different tangent. Speaking of banks and robbing banks.
What about the Asian gangster movie?
Oh, okay, you go ahead then. Okay.
I just wanted to say that the Asian gangster movie, I was thinking about that recently, and I was thinking about how freaking awesome it would be to make like a proper, Lock, Stocks, and Two Smoking Barrels style, or like Cidade de Deus style.
Well, which one?
City of God, the Brazilian one.
Oh, Cidade de Deus.
Yeah, exactly. But make it like about the Asian gangs in New York who came in the 70s.
That would be awesome,
because there was like a war zone, dude, over there, like for a short amount of time, Because
they came in the
Vietnamese,
70s?
there were the Chinese, there were all these crazy... Yeah, because a lot of people came from Vietnam in the 70s.
Oh, and then...
And before that, already the Chinese, the Hong Kong had been there, and they'd set up some stuff. And there was some, like, in Chinatown, there was some stuff going down, and there were some legendary characters in that place. Like, there was a guy called something Head, like Melon Head or something. And he ran the whole heroin... like the whole heroin thing in Chinatown, and he was like crazy or something. I don't know. Anyways,
this is what I always wonders. Like, I think it's so interesting. Racism is starting to go away, right? I mean, obviously it's still out there, but gangs, that's the only place where you really treat someone based on their ethnicity only. It's so weird. Criminals, if they're really smart, they would do a meritocracy, right? They would only hire other gangsters who are really skillful, really powerful, whatever. But I feel like in gangs or organized crime, most often it's about where you're from, right? You also see in The Godfather, even that guy who I think was the adopted brother, he was not real Sicilian, and that's why Al Pacino's character, Vito Corleone, did not want the lawyer, right? Because the lawyer was, I think, Irish,
their brother,
heritage. And then they're like, you can't trust just because of where you're born and where your parents are from. It's such a weird thing, and gangs still operate that way, which is very inefficient. But anyways,
not necessarily actually, but yeah. Anyways, you were saying
why? Because you and I were friends. Like, just imagine you were like, no, I only do podcasts with other South Asians. How bad would that be? You do Kimchi Squared. That would be your podcast.
No, Curry Squared. They would be looking.
Sorry, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. Yeah. Look, this is what I want to go talk about. Talking of bank robbers, we were talking about bank robbers earlier. One person in this podcast once dated a bank robber. I don't know if that person wants to get into it. Give us more details, but
I dated a bank robber.
yeah, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, you did. Like someone who you went to school with, who then went on to become a bank robber.
Oh.
You're badass, man. You're badass, dude.
I love how this story changed. I dated a bank robber. I once, when we were freaking like 11 years old, I had like a dirty IRC chat with her or something. That was the freaking level.
Counts. Still counts. You're a badass for dating a bank robber, dude.
Yeah, and then she went to freaking, and then like 20 years later, I found out that she robbed some banks in the U.S. Tried to flee to. I don't even want to go into details because I don't want people to Google it. But anyway, she got arrested.
It's a pity though. It's a pity because I mean, you imagine, you went to a good school and then.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
It's weird, right, for that something like that to happen. But it was like a real. It was interesting because it was like a real, like, oh snap, like real life moment. I thought.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so like this is what's happening.
I didn't know you're so into criminal girls. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, okay, because 20 years before that, I was like, oh,
yeah, man. At 11, you were already like, oh,
her.
this girl is one tough girl, and then.
Yeah,
did she exemplify any traits where you thought she might rob a bank?
I don't know if these things like correlate in any way, but she was very
Stubborn?
promiscuous.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but yeah, it probably doesn't. So I don't know, but she was especially promiscuous. Let's put it that way. Like
okay, but I don't think that. I mean, maybe it could not saying it that it does, but it could certainly at that age maybe show lack of.
I don't know if
that's
the thing. That's the only thing I can think of that stood out in her character.
Okay.
That compared to the fact that she's a freaking convicted bank robber.
I mean, didn't you also say, because I think she was lured into it by her boyfriend or something?
That was my theory. My theory was that she was in a relationship where the guy was. My theory was that the guy. My theory was just that it was like the type of relationship that where this kind of stuff escalated. Maybe they were into drugs or something, and then they just sucks, the fact that anyway, so the whole situation. I mean, you don't know, and yeah.
Oh, but hey, kudos to you, man. I mean, who would have thought that you date like super tough?
I never dated her.
Or flirted with her at least. I don't know.
Yeah.
What? Wait a second. So you say she's very promiscuous, but she still didn't want to date you?
I couldn't get in there, dude.
Forget her then. Come on. Hey, she's in jail, so whatever. You have a much better life now.
She only liked guys with like an edge, and I was too nerdy.
She didn't like your Batman impressions?
No, she did. She wasn't down.
Well, she liked like tattooed guys. Did she like guys who always liked to?
She was like all the guys she dated. They were pretty beefed up, and they did breakdancing and stuff. And then,
okay. I mean, I saw your naked torso earlier. You're buff.
Yeah.
Putting it out there for the ladies of the listeners. Wow, dude. Do you think she has a sexual kink where during sex she and her partner have to wear masks as well? Like socks on top of their face? Sometimes
I wonder like where these thoughts come from that you just sometimes I just
as if they're robbing a bank to make it more exciting, and then they're like, I don't know.
It's so good. At some
Did you ever think about like I was talking to friends and I just wondered like, wow, I really don't have any sexual fantasies. That's what I thought. Like mine are just so normal. What's normal? But just so regular that I don't know. I felt like kind of boring.
Should we go into this now?
No, okay, fine. All right. Make it awkward, please. Thank you for not by not
I
saying
think the guy
anything
who made it awkward, who was like, "Let me talk about my sexual fantasies. They're very widespread. Missionary only. Is that weird? Can you?" I love how you think that I'm like Sigmund Freud. Oh, Pascal, it is very normal. Do not worry. As if I can help you. Yeah, Pascal, you gotta open yourself up, bruh. Gotta go do a yoga retreat, a sexual tantric mastery, you know? What do you want, man? You want me to like come over there and be like, feel your penis. Feel it. Feel it extend. Breathe. Feel the blood rushing from your mind down into your body.
Oh, Jesus. Alright. I won't mention that. Let's wrap it up, too. I've got to go to yoga class.
Yeah, man. I hope the yoga class helps you find some sexual fantasies.
They're going to teach anything like that?
Hey, bro, isn't it weird that I don't have sexual fantasies? Bro, can you help me? I need some sexual fantasies.
Alright, I go wrap it up. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you so much. We're back next week as well. Please follow us on Ali Lasnine and Pascal Hausberger on Instagram and on YouTube, Spotify. We're on all those platforms. And please, if you have any questions or want to be involved, please send us a video of your question or statement, and we're going to input it in the video and talk about it. So we'd really appreciate it. Our buddy Nav has already done that weeks ago, and that was freaking awesome. So please do the same thing. And yes, if you have any questions, please send it in. Thanks, guys.
Peace.